yes, you're about to have your comeback season, whoever you are, the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, but yeah, this comeback is definitely going to have people feeling some type of way. Oh yeah, and it's going to make this comeback that much better than you could ever have hoped for. And we're giving that stank energy. Okay, you know how these reads go. I feel like this only just proves how strong you are because you lived it, you survived it, and now you're going to overcome it. Especially financially, this is how you know this read will most likely be for you. You could have been facing some financial hardship. Alright, beautiful people, we are back with a read for the collective. We're going to see what message Spirit has for you at this time. Okay, it's a general read, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't behind. If you're interested in zodiac signs, do check my other channel, Starseed.Ziyadd. And with all that out of the way, we're going to get started. Okay, so what is the message? The Hermit and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and the Ace of Wands is going to be there. So right away, I'm already getting the download here. Oh, you see, whoever you are, you could have been going through stuff. Especially financially, this is how you know this read will most likely be for you. You could have been facing some financial hardship, right? Regardless of what's going on in your personal life. There just could have been sudden financial hardships or difficulties, or these last few months or these last few years have been difficult financially. And it could have really been this energy of you being on edge, like what's going to happen and how are things going to pan out, like where are we going from here, you know, like you could have really been crying out to God, like, God, please, right, come in, I need a miracle, I need a lifeline. Like you really could have been on your knees. You know, I'm seeing somebody on their knees literally praying to the Most High, like I don't know what else to do, you know, something dramatic like that. Like I'm also getting the Book of Psalms, so somebody could be reading the Book of Psalms. But yeah, it could just be this energy where some of you could have found yourselves in a difficult financial predicament. You know, it happens. Sometimes we have to pull out that. Sometimes we got to pull out that credit card. Oh yes, I love credit cards. I know that's really bad, but I love credit cards. I love balance transfers. You know, you have to play pretend like, oh, that balance transfer. That balance transfer from the credit card came in, that 3K, that 4K, just dropped. Oh my goodness. But yeah, why am I saying this? Because you're about to have your comeback season. Yes, you're about to have your comeback season, whoever you are, the Ace of Pentacles. And it's going to be glorious with the Ace of Wands. You have the Eight of Cups here, so after a very heavy, long journey where it just could have been this thing. I'm trying not to itch my scalp because I have a sensitive scalp and then I get dry skin, dry scalp, dandruff. But, you know, it's been a long journey. It's been difficult, whoever you are, if you resonate. But you're about to be in the star. This is about to be your comeback era, your comeback season. And motive be amen. Okay, that Ace of Pentacles there. And look how this, right, because stags and spirituality, right, stags, deers, you know, it's not a coincidence that this is being used to represent the Ace of Pentacles, which is like abundance and luxury, newfound employment opportunities or business opportunities, right? Because the Ace of Pentacles symbolizes something new when it comes to the finances, right? It's an ace that in the original tarot is coming out of the cloud, right? It's a hand coming out of the cloud and it's holding the Ace of Pentacles, right? It comes out of nowhere. So you guys are about to have this opportunity that comes out of nowhere, this blessing, this abundance. Yeah, and you know, oh, my scalp keeps wanting to itch right here. So you could just be thinking a lot like, what's going on and what is this man doing? Trump, you know, Elon, or you could be in another country where things are not as ideal. You could just be wondering like, how am I even going to get to a place of stability? Like this could have, you know, Hermit, right? Look how he's dressed. You could have been honestly, these last few weeks or months could have just felt like, or even years, it could have just felt like you were fighting, like fighting to just survive with the minimum, like vehicle, shelter, the basic food, the basic, like it could just feel like you were, I heard up in the air. Like for some of you, it could just feel like that, like you've been up in the air fighting and whatnot, or not feeling grounded. There could be a lack of disconnect with the root chakra, right, which is all about our foundation. But if you look at this card, there's this stag, right, and look at all the greenery. What is coming next? Spring. Spring is right around the corner for, well, at least over here in the northern hemisphere, but still, I feel like it still applies. And this greenery and all the animals here, it's like it's representing abundance. Look right there, you have the rabbit. Like this spring season, this Easter season, everything's going to be alright. It's going to be a comeback. It's going to be a glow up, a pop up. And the way you're going to pop out is going to really shock and surprise people. Yep. Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You're going to go from the Five of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And I don't do gender in my reads, okay? So regardless of who you are, I don't judge over here. I don't discriminate. Whoever you are, love. This where you're going to go. You're going to go from this right to this. And it's going to feel really good. You're going to be sleeping really good at night when that account is full. Okay? If you know, when that account is full, those bills are paid, those debts are gone, or those debts are manageable, you sleep really good at night. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this comeback is definitely going to have people feeling some type of way. Oh yeah. Five of Cups, Empress, a card wants to pop out. Let's pull it out. The Devil. People are going to feel some type of way with this, because I'm telling you, that Five of Cups right here, this could have been you at one point, praying to the Most High. But you see, sometimes we go through these trials and tribulations, right? Because the Most High is testing us to see what we do, or if we're still going to keep our faith, or we're still going to believe, right? But look, this, you see, any delays in the finances, it was from the devil and his associates. It was from, people that were secretly giving the evil eye, because this is you. You have some type of spiritual marking, some type of power here. So this is why they did what they did. But you see, the wheel is now turning. So what's going to happen? Two of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune wants to pop out again. Okay. I feel like a lot of people that were giving that stank energy, okay, you know how these reads go. It's a lot of weird people. Let me tell you guys something. There was somebody that did something really bad to me. Like, really bad. Like, they, it was basically a violation of my privacy. And I wasn't for certain, but I prayed to the Most High, like, Jehovah, please bring swift justice to whoever did this to me. And I'm telling you, Thanksgiving 2024, that individual had a heart attack and they were rushed to the hospital. And it's by the grace and the mercy of the Most High that they're still alive today. Because that was the confirmation to me that they were the ones that were doing that really horrible thing. But you see, it could have been like that, where these horrible people, they were doing the evil eye and, black magic, black Sabbath, making all kinds of offerings to the ethers and whatnot, to different spirits, jinns, demonic entities, whatever, fallen angels, succubi, incubi. But it's like, they did all of this, to you, and it really brought you to this place. But you see, I feel like this only just proves how strong you are, because you lived it, you survived it, and now you're going to overcome it. And it's going to make this comeback that much better than you could ever have hoped for. But these energies, they're going to be stressing and begging for forgiveness. These enemies, these energies, okay, that went hard because any blockage with the finances, it was them. You know, it could have been even energy harvesting here, but these people, they're about to be made. Look, the Two of Wands, you see how this man is looking at the two different paths there? It's almost like the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune can talk about time, like their time is up. You know, Satan's little season here with the devil is over. It's over. You know, you passed the test. Because I do feel like in a weird way, sometimes the Most High allows these individuals to do this to us, to accelerate our healing, accelerate our evolution spiritually, emotionally, right, mentally. So here we go. All these people or these energies that could have been giving you the evil eye, and you know they were giving you the evil eye, right? Like, you know who these karmic weirdos are. You know that they have been plotting on you for years, that they have followed you around different lifetimes, you know, from lifetime to lifetime, waging the war with you. So it's like, you know for certain this is your read, because you know about this. Like, this isn't any surprise that these people were doing this. But when you have this comeback, and this comeback is right here, it's right here. You know, this spring, this is it. You're going to defy the odds. That's literally what I'm hearing from Spirit. You're going to defy the odds. You know, it doesn't matter what Trump or any other politician, like, it does not matter what they do, because at the end of the day, they are not the Most High. They are not God. And what God has ordained for you, that will come to pass. And mote it be amen. That is what is going to come to pass. If it's not God's plan for you to be out there homeless and struggling, and, you know, these karmics to be celebrating and popping bottles because their black magic did this to you, like, if that's not God's plan, then that's not God's plan. And it doesn't matter what man or woman tries to evoke here in this realm, it shall not come to pass, because it has not been authorized by the true individual / being that is seated on the throne of glory and has the final say in all of this. You know, so let's see here, this oracle. What else do you have to say about this? My spirit team, my spirit family. Person of earth, look what it says. The provider and caregivers, grounded, secure, stubborn, nurturing, classy, stable, prosperous, materialistic, possessive, and dependable. That's where you're about to be. I'm telling you, you're about to be changed. You're about to have the floodgates of abundance. And it's this spring. Look, still, you have still here. It says refinement, taste, culture, style, fine-tune, concentrate, develops over time, purify, filter, draw out, infusion, spirits, alcohol, perfume, reduction, cultivation. So it's like, this has been a time period where perhaps you haven't been able to move to certain places or certain aspects of your career how you would have really liked to. It could even feel like you have not progressed at all over these last few years, or sometimes you look back and you're like, damn, it's been a long while trying to get from point A to point B. There's been all these blocks, all these delays, right? So it's just this energy here that even though this was happening, it's almost like, in a weird way, I really feel like God was in control of all of this. And it's going to be beautiful how it all works out in the end. Declaration, defiance, reclaiming power, sovereignty, contract, and winter. So look, you have a contract to be wealthy at this point in the stage, after you have done all the work, gone through the dark night of the soul, you know, the hermit. Like, you know, you've passed the test. You passed certain lessons. So it's like, it's literally in your soul contract for you to go through this, to have this. Oh, there we go. It's literally in your soul contract for you to now have this comeback after a period of the winter, right? The winter You know, when we look at the winter spiritually, it's like this energy of everything basically dies, everything turns brown, gray, ugly, you know, gets cold, it's uncomfortable to be outside. And if we look at it from a historical standpoint, the winter seasons, you know, like in the coming century, the beginning age, people could have literally passed during winter, you know, like way back in the day. Like, it was a dangerous time. It was not recommended to stay around in the cold. You know, I do believe that some of these earlier peoples, right, aboriginals and whatnot, I do believe that on some level they were migratory and they would migrate with the seasons. But, you know, this winter energy is almost like you hit rock bottom, and now it's like that soul contract that talks about the abundance, talks about the finances, right? Financial prosperity and blessing. Like, now this soul contract is activating. Now is active. The wheel of fortune, right? The time is now moving in your favor. You know, now it's time for you to have this comeback season. But your enemies are going to be crushed. They are going to be smited. When they see this, when they hear about it, it is going to be a devastating blow to all of your enemies. Anyone that gave you evil eye, anybody that gave your kids evil eye, for those of you that have kids, or family members, or your friends, okay? Look, no and an M Kara, and oof, this double, you see, your enemies, these people that were stalking you, doing black magic, you know, I heard voodoo. All these people that could have done this stuff to you, right? They were all secretly in love with you with Anam Kara there, unconditional love, right? All these people are going to be coming back to you in this belief, begging for forgiveness, and some of them expressing love. Because this comeback season is going to have their eyes as big as a fish. Like, if you have a pet fish, or you ever, like, if you're a fisherman or a fisherwoman, you know, you ever caught a fish have really, they have big eyes. Like, these people are going to have huge eyes when they see this glow up, this comeback. And a lot of them are going to be asking for your hand in love. But Spirit says to say no. Okay, Spirit says to say no. Somebody here could be a person of water, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Or somebody here could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But it doesn't, you know, it doesn't matter. These reads are collective, right? So even if you're not those signs, it could still be your message, right? Here we have optical illusion and slingshot. I feel that your spirit team really wants to emphasize not to give anybody an offer, because they're going to be coming to you, trying to present an offer, and for you to accept the offer that they're giving you, right? All these people that could have attacked you, done, you know, weird stuff, whatever, they're going to shoot their shot, slingshot. But it's deception. You know, they just want to get with you because of this comeback, because of this glow up, because of this money, because you have the power of the universe by your side, and you are a spiritual master. They're only coming back now because they cannot delay you or keep you trapped with the birdcage and the labyrinth there. Now, this is your season where you get to create, where you get to manifest, okay? Bring about all types of new things in your life of great joy, great tidings, and this is where you get to have fun. There could even be something here about a yacht. Like, you could be going out on a yacht, enjoying the afternoon somewhere in tropical paradise. You're going to love how the Most High does his thing next for you. Wheel of Fortune. It's now time. You already have the contract. It's already there, you know. Like, there's a whole contract here. Oh, looks like I lost a card. There's a contract here, and it says basically that now's the time, you know? Like, it's the end of whatever was going on here. So this is going to be your comeback season, and people are going to feel some type of way. But that is your read, and I wish you much love and light.